everything, press conferences were there, everything about Krishna. Okay, so Prabhupada was so busy there in America all the time. Somebody or the other used to come and hold meetings with him. Okay, and that's why ISKCON today has grown so much. Prabhupada started ISKCON in just one or two places. Okay, when he actually started off with. And today, if you see every corner of the world, there is an ISKCON temple, right? Every city has so many ISKCON temples, not just one. Right? So all credits go to Prabhupada. So we are also studying from Prabhupada. That is our, luck. We are studying from the teachings of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Uh, in chapter number 15, we will be learning about Purushottama Yoga. Okay. So Krishna is called the best of the person. Purushottama. Uttama, Purusha. Purusha is a person. Uttama means the best. Okay, so he is the best of the person. Out of all persons, he is the best. We are also persons, right? So, out of every person in the world, he is the best person. That is what is known as Purushottama. Okay, and we will learn about the material and spiritual world, the difference. Okay, and how did material world come into existence. Okay, all that we will be learning in today's chapter. Okay, and so Krishna is again, he's the maintainer of the entire world, right? He's Janardana. He's maintainer of all of us. And so we will understand that. And so knowing Krishna means knowing everything. That is the conclusion we can draw. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatamiram Dasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatide Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so yesterday's recap, what is GIGO, right? Garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you think goes in, and the same thing you will do. Okay, your thoughts and your actions are related. What you think, we tend to do that, right? And what is the solution? Solution is good in, good out, right? And that is the reason we are supposed to inculcate good habits and become good, so that if we think good, we will do good, right? And how do we think good? We can think good only if we um am I audible? Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji, audible, but
uh it,
slow, but it's okay.
it's fine. Is it manageable?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so good stuff in, good stuff out. That's the reason we saw yesterday the three modes of material nature. What are the three modes of material nature? Can anybody answer? You can put your answers in the chat. Put your answers in the chat. Yes, very good. Yeah, so many people have answered. Yeah, good. Okay, so goodness, passion, and ignorance, right? So Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. These are very important. Okay, these three modes of material nature are very important throughout the Bhagavad Gita. So remember, if you don't know. Okay, so that is what it is. So good stuff in, good stuff out. And how do you do good things? How do we become a good person and go to the mode of goodness? Because all of us, not all of us are completely good, right? We have good qualities, but we have bad qualities also. How do we become completely good? By inculcating good habits, like you're seeing in the pictures, right? So you need to eat Krishna Prasadam. First of all, we should eat vegetarian food. Okay? And then chanting, reading Bhagavad Gita every day, doing Kirtan every day. So all these things help us become good person. And when we become good person, we can become pure devotees easily. Okay? And we saw no Ratnakar story. First of all, Ratnakar was a very bad person. He had to become a good person. He became good, admitting his mistakes in front of Narad Muni. Then he became a pure devotee. So all of us should first go to good platform and then go to spiritual platform. Okay. Um, yeah. And in today's chapter, the Lord tells us about a banyan tree. Okay. So what is today's chapter all about? Purushottama, right? Krishna. Krishna is the great person. He's called Ajanaha. Okay, what does that mean? Out of all the janas, jana means us, people, okay, persons. Out of all persons, he is the greatest person. He is the best person. Purushottama, okay. How did material world come into existence? Okay, so to explain that, Krishna shows this banyan tree. Okay, can anybody explain what this banyan tree is all about? Ayush, do you know? Hmm.
Mataji, it's all about Mataji. Actually we were at the top and now we are at the down, Mataji.
What is at the top?
Mataji Dolo to Vrindavan.
What is at the down?
Mataji Patal Lota.
Patal Loka. Then what are we? Where are we?
Mataji on the earth, Mataji, planets.
Sorry?
Mataji on the planets.
All the material planets. Okay. Yeah, Hare Krishna. So this banyan tree is a explanation. Okay, why did material world come into existence? Why did Krishna create this material world? Okay, so initially, according to uh, Brihad Bhagavata Amritam. Okay, we were all in the Golok Vrindavan. We were all here with Krishna, okay, in Golok Vrindavan. But what happened? We were all serving Krishna, we were all happy, we were all nice. But what happened to us? We all became bad. We all started becoming bad, okay, and we started saying, why should we serve you, Krishna? We want somebody to serve us. Okay, now what happened? Krishna was like, really, you want to get served now? You're not happy serving me? Fine, you can go to material world, okay, so that you can have somebody serve you. Okay, so that is the reason we told Krishna, we want to enjoy, we don't want to serve you, we don't want you, without you we want to enjoy. Okay, that's why Krishna was like, fine, I will create a material world for you. So that's the reason he created this material world. Okay, now what is the banyan tree significant signifying here is, banyan tree, the actual original tree is Golok Vrindavan. Okay, now what happened, because we told we want to enjoy without Krishna, he created a reflection of material world. He created a reflection of the spiritual world, that is Vaikunta and Golok Vrindavan. Okay, and that reflection is material world. Okay, reflection, why is it called reflection? Because material world is non-permanent, right? It will get destroyed one day. But Vaikunta lokas will never get destroyed. They are called spiritual world. They never get destroyed. They are permanent, right? Reflection is a definitely temporary, right? So that's why this banyan tree has roots on top, because this is a ulta tree, right? It's an upside down tree. That is the reason roots are on top. Roots should be in the soil, but since this tree is out upside down, inverted banyan tree, the roots are on top. Okay, and roots is the starting of the material world. Okay, this banyan tree is not existing, it's imaginary. Krishna is given an example with this banyan tree. Okay, don't imagine, okay, all the planets are in the banyan tree. No, banyan tree is just an example Krishna has taken to explain this reflection of Vaikunta and the material world. Okay, he's just taking this as an example. There is no banyan tree like this. Okay, remember that. Okay, so now the roots of the banyan tree is the topmost of the material world, that is Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. Okay, and this entire banyan tree stands on what? Desire. Because we desired, right? All of us were here initially, but now we desired, we want to enjoy without Krishna. Because of that desire only, Krishna created this material world. Okay, and on top it is Satyaloka or Brahmaloka. Okay, that is the root. After that, all the branches, leaves, everything come. All right, one by one. So this is how the banyan tree looks. All the Vedic hymns, everything that is there in the material world is there in this banyan tree. Okay, Krishna is showing this as a pictorial representation, symbol. Okay, that's all. There is no banyan tree that is existing like this. Okay, he's just explaining. When we explain something, when your teachers explain some concept, they also bring models and different things to explain, no? Similarly, Krishna is trying to explain this through a banyan tree. Okay, that's all. uh, um, so now these leaves are called Vedic hymns. Okay, all the branches, everything that is there in the material world is covered here. Okay, so that you can understand easily, okay, how the material world is existing. Okay, this is exactly how it is. Okay, on top it is spiritual world. Okay, we saw all this, right, in Goloka chart, right? And then comes all the material world planets. Okay, material world starts from Brahmaloka, that is Satyaloka, and then goes on, and then all the demigod planets, and then heavenly planets and all come, and then earthly planets where we are, and then comes Patala Loka where all Rakshasas are there. Okay, so leaves are the Vedic hymns Krishna is describing. Okay, and if you know the Vedas, you know Krishna, right? Vedascha sarvair ahameva sarvam, right? So Krishna is everything. Knowing the Vedas is mainly to know Krishna. Okay, and yeah, so like we already saw, this is how the inverted banyan tree looks. That is, this is the spiritual world part of it. Sorry, material world part of it. Okay, and branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. So these branches are nourished by the three modes of material nature, because without material nature, there is no material world, right? Without these modes, there is no material world, because we are all controlled by the three modes of material nature, right? We are all puppets. And the twigs are the objects of senses. Uh, okay, the sense organs, the twigs that you're seeing here. Okay, and the tree has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. The roots are going down. See, roots going down matlab what? Fruitive actions, karma and reaction of the karma, right? When you do some karma, if you don't do karma yoga, if you don't offer it to the Lord and then do it, what happens? You have to face the reaction. And to face the reaction, what happens? You should again take another janma, right? So that way you do, whether you do good or whether you do bad, you have to take another janma to face those reactions, right? If you do something good, then you have to face good reactions. Okay, you'll be born very beautiful in your next janma if you do something good now, right? And if you've done something good in your past life, in your previous janma, maybe this janma you're a topper or something like that, right? If you're born in a if you've done something bad, you should take punishments in this janma. Whatever it is, you have to take birth. That's why Krishna gives us the solution. If you want to come out of this action reaction, what should we do? We have to come out, we have to stop doing it for ourselves. The karma that we are doing, we should stop doing it for ourselves and offer it to the Lord in the form of karma yoga, right? So whatever we are doing, we have to offer the result of our karma to the Lord, right? And then do it. Then Krishna will not bind us in the karma, he will release us. That was karma yoga all about. So the same thing is happening here. The roots going downwards and downwards because of the karma, because of the fruitive activities. Okay, so if we have to uproot the tree, if you don't want material world to exist, that is, if you want all of us to become pure devotees and go back to Krishna, okay, like before, and serve him there happily, what should we do? We have to take out these roots from the soil, right? If the root is not there, then the tree will not be there, right? So these roots which are going down and down, these roots we have to take off, cut off. Okay, if you cut off these roots, the banyan tree will fall down. All right, and the material world will not be there anymore. We can all go back to Krishna and serve him with happiness, complete love. Okay, so how do you cut these roots of this imaginary banyan tree? By doing karma yoga, because these roots are representing the fruitive actions, right? By doing karma yoga you will not have any reactions to face, because the reactions you are giving it to Krishna, right? Before you studying, what do you do? Karma yoga, if you're doing, before you study, you go to Krishna and say, all that I study, the knowledge, the marks, the scores, everything, I will give it to you. And then you study, right? And that time what happens? You will not be bound by the reaction. Okay, Krishna will take care of it. So that way, whatever you do, every little thing, eating also, eating, first of all offer to the Lord and then you eat, so that you will not be bound by any karma. So if we do that, these roots can be cut off easily and we can go back to Krishna easily. Okay, so how to perform karma yoga consistently? If you want to do karma yoga properly, okay, then you have to chant properly first of all. Okay, chant every day regularly, then everything will become easy automatically. Okay, so the original root from where everything is emanated is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Okay, because material world is just a reflection, right? Banyan tree is a reflection. The original banyan tree is Golok Vrindavan, right? It is Krishna. So that is what Krishna is saying here. And if you want to become dear to Krishna, what you have to do? You have to surrender to him. Surrendering means what? Bowing down every day and saying, Krishna, you are the only protector. Okay, and then performing devotional service. Okay, hearing and chanting. So Shravanam Kirtanam, it is through chanting that everything begins. Okay, and he is the cause of this extension of this material world. So if we do this properly, what happens? We can go back to Krishna. Okay, so these are the differences between spiritual world and material world. Okay, anybody wants to read, you can raise your hand. Okay, Adviti, read spiritual world, material world.
Spiritual world. Permanent, enteral, enter,
Hmm.
true love, true happiness, true relationship, no sadness. Material world. It is real but temporary, loosed, temporary, temporary happiness, temporary relations, only sadness.
Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna. We don't have sadness in spiritual world. Okay, only happiness, and there is true love between us and Krishna in the material world. Sorry, in spiritual world. But here there is only sadness, right? Material world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is only sadness and it is temporary. Okay, it is real. Definitely, it is real because Krishna has created it, but it is temporary. Okay, and in material world there is only lust, there is no love. Okay, but in spiritual world there is unconditional love. Okay, Krishna always loves us. In material world there is no person like that who loves us all the time for unconditionally. Okay, even if you get somebody who loves you like that, it is just that for the time being. Okay, temporary. And then there is true relationship between you and Krishna in the spiritual world. Here it is temporary relations, right? Whatever relationships we have, like you have a relationship with you and your friend, right? You and your teacher, you and your probably others, right? But after some time that friendship goes away, right? Sometimes you will have strong friendship, but not always, right? And that friendship goes away, and then you will find new friend, right? And then four main problems. What are the four main problems? Anybody knows? What are the four real problems? Tell me, Adviti.
Name, death, Mataji, birth, death,
Yeah. Tell
birth,
me. Birth, death, old age, and
uh,
disease. Yes, very good. Hari bol. Okay. So birth, death, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadi. These are the four main problems. Okay. Birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay. These are not there in the spiritual world. We are never born because soul is never born, right? And so definitely we will not die, we will not get any disease, because we have spiritual body, and we will not grow old. But in material world, these are the main problems we have, right? So these are the differences. And what are we trying to do? Like we see in the picture here, I mean in the video, this person, the first of all, this animal is sleeping in ignorance, okay, forgotten god, like we are. We had also forgotten god, right? Until we attended Bhagavad Gita, we never knew we have to do karma yoga, we have to chant and all that, right? So we were in ignorance, we were sleeping, okay, our souls were sleeping, right? And then we got up, and we want to achieve something, we want to come out of this material world, and trying, right? Like this animal here trying, but the animal is in the same place. If you can see, the wheel is rotating, but the animal is in the same place, right? So if we have to come out of this material world, what should we do? We need to chant harinam is the only way. There is no other way, okay? The result of false prestige. So this is what I was telling you, okay? We all think we are what we are not. Maya, right? Think illusion. So I am not Rakshita. My body's name is Rakshita, okay? The soul can today my soul is in this body. When I leave this body, I go take some other body, right? Maybe I go take a dog's body. Can you come and tell, okay, this dog is Rakshita? Definitely not, right? So dog will not have Rakshita's name. It will be different. You will call that dog dog only, right? Same way, this is false prestige. And finally, what happens? It's called ahankar, and this ahankar is going to eat us up. Okay, but what is our real identification? This is false identification. What is our real identification? We are all servants of God. Okay, we have to go to God and serve Him. Okay, that we fought with Him and we came. Okay, and what are we doing now? We are suffering, right, with Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. So we have to go back to Krishna. Krishna will forgive us. He has forgiven us. That's why we are all attending Bhagavad Gita class, right? So now He is telling us how to go back to Krishna, and we have to follow that. Go back to Krishna, because our real identity is we are all servants of Lord. We are servitors of Lord. Okay, we are all souls. We are not humans. We are not material bodies. Okay, so we have to go back to Krishna and serve Him. That is what we have to do. Like before, we were all there, so we have to go back there. Okay, so we are all like this in a jungle. Material world is like a jungle. Okay, we are all alone, we don't know what to do, right? And Bhagavad Gita is always there for our rescue. Okay, hold on to Krishna. Okay, and in material world always there are problems, right? And there is quarrel all the time. There is quarrel, especially in Kali Yuga. There is always quarrel, like you see in the picture. 9 from this side, if you see, it looks like 6. From this side, if you see, it looks like 9, right? And what these people are fighting about, these people is like, this person doesn't know it looks like 9 from this side, and this person doesn't know it looks like 6 from this side. So both of them are thinking whatever they are thinking is only correct, right? They are not even understanding that there is another angle to the same situation, correct? Same thing is happening with this case also. This person is like, there are 4 sticks. Here this person is like, there are 3 sticks, right? Same thing. Why? Because we have defective senses, right? The 4 defects of human beings. Because we have defective senses, our mind is not thinking big. There is something beyond what you are thinking. Okay, like this person is thinking it is 6, but there is something beyond that. This also looks like 9, right? But we have to think big. Because we are not able to think big, we are sitting and quarreling, fighting with people here, right? You can relate. This is happening in school also, no? You say something to your friends, they don't understand. They are thinking in their mindset, right? You are not thinking in their mindset, so you will start fighting sometimes, right? So think big, think from their mindset also, then this world will become a peaceful a place to live in. Okay, and how it is your choice. Okay, you choose whether you want happiness, peace or not. Okay, like in the bus here, you can go sit either here or here. If you sit here, you have a nice sunrise view and nice world view, right? But if you sit here, see, this is very dark, right? So you make a choice. It's all in your hands. Okay, why? Because there is Paramatma sitting inside your heart and guiding you, right? You can choose which mode you want to belong to, whether it is goodness, passion, or ignorance. You can choose whether you want to become good, passionate, or ignorant, bad. Okay, it is all in your hand. So you make the choice. If you make a choice to be good, Krishna will come and help you and help you become a pure devotee. If you want to become bad, who can help you? Nobody can help, right? Krishna also cannot help because Krishna never goes against your desires. Okay, so how do you see the world matters. Okay, so far whatever we were seeing, how do you see the world matters. This is a very famous analogy, right? A positive attitude person looks at it as half full. The glass is half filled with water. Negative mindset, he says it is half empty, right? So you make a choice, you make a decision which mode you want to belong to. Okay, goodness or not. If you want to become good, follow all the good principles. Chant every day, read Bhagavad Gita. Okay, eat vegetarian food, eat Krishna prasadam. Don't argue with your friends because just now we saw, right, they also have a perspective, right? Think from their place also. And not just friends, anybody. Okay, and that's how we all become good. So we need to make a choice. Okay, it's very difficult, right? But only chanting helps. Okay, when you chant and ask Krishna, I want to become good, then Krishna will help you. Okay, because we cannot choose just like that. We are not so grown up, right? We don't have that power. I want to become good, I will become good. No, you want to become good, go tell Krishna I want to become good, so that he will help you become good and he will help you become a pure devotee. Okay, see, this in this world, this is what is happening today, right? Both of them are fighting. This is my land, this is your land, right? And but whom does the land actually belong to? Krishna. Krishna's world. Krishna has created it. Why are these two people fighting? This happens to us, right? This is mine, why are you taking? Right, both of us sit and fight like this, like in school and all, we keep doing this, right? But what is yours, what is mine? Nothing. It's all Krishna's, right? Krishna has given it to us. So don't fight. If it is not belonging to you, it will not belong to you. Krishna will take it from you and give it to somebody else. Okay, if it is supposed to belong to you, if Krishna wants it to be with you only, Krishna will make sure it is there with you, nobody can take it. Okay, so don't fight, just leave it to him, leave it to the Lord. Okay, so we forget the fact that we are all temporarily here. We come here, we stay for some time, and then the soul leaves, go takes some other body, and that some other body always might not be in earth, right? It can be in some other loka also. You maybe you've done something, a lot of punya, and next janma you can go take birth in heaven, right? If you've done a lot of papa, next janma you can go take birth in hell, right? So but we are all temporarily here, right? Because our house is not this. Which is our house? Golok Vrindavan, right? So Krishna's planet is our house. We have to go back to Krishna Loka. But we forget that we are here temporarily, and then we make a nice house for ourselves, right? We act as if we will be here throughout our throughout, like forever we will be here only. That is how we act, right? We so many times we forget we will die and go back somewhere, and we so many times we forget that our house is Goloka Vrindavan, right? So that's why we are all so interested in earning money and all that. Okay, earn money, it's fine, it's very good. You have to earn money because Krishna also says that, right? Karma yoga. We have to work, we have to study hard, we have to get good job, we have to earn money, so much money. But all that money you have to use for serving the Lord. Okay, if you are earning say 100 rupees, 10 rupees you have to keep for Krishna. Remaining 90% you use. Okay, 10 rupees you can use for Krishna, no? So if you are earning say 10,000 rupees, okay, so 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees you keep it for Krishna. Okay, remaining money you can use it for yourself. Okay, very very simple. I mean, when you have so much money, using little bit of money for Krishna is easy, right? So if you use that, what happens? Then it becomes karma yoga. Krishna wants us to do that. Okay, yeah. See, I'm a fool to leave the abode of Krishna and now suffering here. Like we already said, we all told Krishna we want to enjoy without you, and that's why we are here, right? So now we are suffering. Yeah, who wants to chant the shloka? Ayush.
निर्माणमोहाजितसञ्जदोषाध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययम् तत्.
Yes, Haribol, thank you. So those who are free from the dualities of happiness and distress and who know how to surrender unto the Supreme person, 18 to the eternal abode. So now Krishna is giving us the answer how to go back to Golok Vrindavan easily. Okay. So first of all, Krishna is saying you have to surrender. Surrender to Krishna. How to surrender? Like Draupadi. Draupadi was getting insulted, right? What did she do? She called Krishna. Krishna, come and help me. So that Krishna came, gave her a long sari, right? So then Krishna helped her and prevented her from getting insulted. So how did that happen? Draupadi surrendered to Krishna, right? And so that is what he is asking us to do. We have to surrender to Krishna. The surrendering means thinking that Krishna is the only protector. Whatever happens, Krishna will come and protect. Okay, that should be our attitude. And how does that attitude come? And you only if you love Krishna so much, you have to become friends with Krishna. Okay, and then that time what happens? You will whatever happens, no good or bad, you will be like it is Krishna prasadam. Whether good or whether bad, whatever happens is Krishna's mercy. Okay, so that time you will be free from the dualities. Nothing is sad, nothing is happy. Everything is Krishna prasadam. And then you will go back to Krishna easily. Okay, so first qualification to surrender is become pridelessness. Nothing belongs to me. Okay, that should be the attitude. And then think of Krishna to be the supreme, not ourselves. Okay, and it all begins with chanting. Yeah. So the abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon. So Golak Vrindavan, Krishna is describing how Golak Vrindavan is. There is no sun, moon, electricity, bulb, and all that to light. Okay. How does it light? Krishna's Brahma Jyoti. Okay, we already saw no the Brahman, the light coming out from Krishna's body. That is lighting the entire Golok Vrindavan, the entire Vaikuntha planet, the entire spiritual world. Okay, so that's why Krishna has no sun, moon, electricity, light, and all that. His own Brahma Jyoti is lighting it. Okay, but here we need sun, we need light, we need everything, right? The bulb and all that. Yeah, who wants to chant? Anybody wants to chant the shloka? Yeah.
मामैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनमनःषष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So the living entities in the conditional world are internal fragmental parts. So we are all parts and parcel of Krishna. Like I already told you in second chapter, soul, we are all souls, right? Jivatmas, they are all we are all what parts of Krishna. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. Okay, fragmental parts, that means we are all pieces, parts of Krishna. Okay, and they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind, and we are all suffering here, right? And what are the six senses? Senses are the five sense organs that we have, and then the mind. So the mind is also included as a sense. We say the sixth sense. Yeah. Okay, and he's bound by false ego. The mind is the chief agent which is driving him in the material world. Okay, so yeah, now living entity in the material world carries his different conception of life from one body to another. Dehinosmin yata dehe kamaram yavanam jara, right? We already saw this. So we take birth and then we grow up and then we become old and then we die, and we take birth into another. So how do we take birth into another body? Based on our karmas. If you are worshipping God and if you are good, you will go to Golok Vrindavan. Okay, see, this person was worshipping, so now he is in Golok Vrindavan. If you are good, as in doing seva to all brahmanas and all, you'll go to heaven. Okay, then if you eat non-veg, if you drink and all, you'll become a pig in your next life. Okay, and if you are very bad in character, then you'll become a dog. Okay, so at the time of death, whatever we think of, we become that in our next life. Okay, And so at the time of death, if we are in a bad mode, okay, badness, ignorance mode, then we definitely take birth as an animal. But if you think of Krishna, if you say Krishna, like Ajamila, no, when he was dying, he said Narayana, Narayana, right? So if we also say Krishna or look at Krishna's photo all the time and think of Krishna when we are at death, what happens? We can go back to Goloka Vrindavan. Okay? Yeah, definitely. Death is not in our hand. We will not know when we are dying. So we cannot remember Krishna, right? We might not be able to. So that's why Krishna is telling us chant from now. Right now you chant. Now you are fine, right? You are fine, healthy and all. So chant now. If you chant regularly, properly, sincerely from now, when you are dying, if you cannot remember Krishna, Krishna will come and remember you. Okay? He will come and take you to Golok Vrindavan. Okay? So that is the mercy Krishna is having upon us. Okay? So yeah, so based on our different sense of organs, we have different sense objects, right? Like for nose we have smell, for eyes we have sight, right? And for tongue we have taste. So we enjoy based on our sense organs, right? And what do? We live to gratify, as in to like our tongue always wants something tasty, so we always look for something tasty to eat, right? That means we are listening to our sense organs. Yes or no? That is wrong. Our mind should not listen to sense organs. Sense organs should listen to our mind. Like Ekadashi fasting example, or forget about Ekadashi fasting. Just normal example, okay? Non-veg. Because your tongue is telling, no, no, I want non-veg. It is so nice, tasty. Okay, you'll be like, okay, I will eat. Right? Your mind is not. Mind should not listen to your tongue. Rather, your mind should tell, no, no, eating non-veg is wrong. Eat vegetarian food. And your tongue should listen to your mind, and tongue should automatically ask for vegetarian food from next time. Okay? That is called self control, mind control. Okay? And how do you get to that stage? If you chant regularly, then Krishna will come and help you. Okay? And see, as long as we are in this body, all these problems come, desire to eat that, eat this and all. But soul in itself is very pure. It is Satchidananda, right? And it is not subject to all these bodily changes and all that. Okay? Soul is soul. It is like Krishna only, Satchidananda. Okay? Because the soul is in the material body, all this problem is happening. Okay? So the solution is, soul should not come into the material body. Go back to Krishna. Okay? Soul should be in the form of soul only. So for that we have to do devotional service every day, regularly. Okay? So that is the only way, and then you can go back to Krishna easily. Okay? See, Prabhupada is saying, those who have developed spiritual knowledge do not have to go through all this changing body and all that. Can go back to Krishna directly. Okay, so Krishna, so like sun, how sun comes and dissipates the darkness, right? Like that, Krishna is the biggest sun, right? In Vishwarupam we saw, right? Eyes, Krishna's eyes, sun and moon were Krishna's eyes, right? So Krishna is the biggest sun, even supporting the sun and the moon. So if he comes, he dissipates all the ignorance, darkness, and he comes and gives us knowledge, right? Without his mercy, there cannot be sun. Without his mercy, there cannot be moon. Without his mercy, there cannot be fire, right? And without the help of sun, moon, and fire, we all cannot live, right? So Krishna is ultimate. It's only because of Krishna that we are all living here happily and peacefully, right? So Krishna is also saying that I stay in each planet, right? Planets, so that the planets stay in the orbits. Okay, orbit is imaginary, right? The planets are just like that in the space, because Krishna is holding them. Krishna is entering into each of the planets, right? We already saw this. Krishna is the sustainer, maintainer of this entire universe. Right? The shloka is there, no? Shantakaram bhujakashayanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam gagana sadrisham meghavarnam shubhangam. Right? Vishwadharam, he is the maintainer of the entire world. Without him, there is no world. Okay? And he is the fire of digestion in the living body. So what is Krishna saying? See, in the stomach, there is something called acidic levels, right? HCl acid and all that. You will learn in biology, okay? So what happens? Because of those acid content in your stomach, food will get digested. Krishna is telling he is that acid content. He is that fire of digestion. Okay? If there is no Krishna in the stomach, we cannot get our food digested. See, we all eat happily, no? But at least to digest, we need Krishna. We cannot even digest what we eat. Okay, what power do we have? How can you forget Krishna without even without Krishna we cannot even digest our food. We just eat. And right, and if you don't get your food digested, you will not be healthy, right? So Krishna is needed at every point in our life. Okay, forgetting Krishna is not correct, right? So like I just told you, Satchidananda, our soul is same like Krishna. We are equal, right? In quality, we are equal in quality, but not in quantity. Okay, Krishna is like this big fire fume over here. We are all just spark coming out of this fire, small sparks, right? Because Krishna, in quantity we are not equal. We are small, Krishna is big, but in quality we are equal. Okay, Satchidananda, soul is Satchidananda. Soul has no birth, no death. That way we are equal, but Krishna is huge, we are small. Okay, yeah. So anybody wants to chant? Quick. Yes.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्.
Yes. So Vedaisya Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo. So Krishna says, we are all doing Vedic study. So many people sit and study Vedas. No, today they read Vedas. So many Vedas. 4 Vedas we have. But Krishna is saying all that, reading Vedas and all is ultimately to know me, to know Krishna only. Okay. So, and if studying Vedas, whatever punya you get by studying Vedas, you get the same punya by worshipping Krishna, okay, by performing Krishna consciousness, that is chanting, eating Krishna prasadam, telling people about Krishna, okay, because he's seated in everybody's heart in the form of Paramatma, right? So, like you see over here, Krishna prasadam they are serving, everybody's heart has Krishna, right? Nothing in this world has, exists without Krishna, okay, and so it is ultimately stated, it is clearly stated. Okay, one moment. Yeah, in Bhagavad Gita, that Vedas is to know Krishna only. Okay, and everything is resting upon Krishna, Paramatma. Without Krishna, nothing happens. Okay, no one can surpass Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? Because He is the Lord, He's Purushottama, He's the biggest person, He's the greatest person, right? Nothing happens in this world without Krishna's will. Even a grass, even a blade of grass cannot move without Krishna's order, right? What is happening here? Govardhan Leela, right? Yeah, so what is happening? Anybody knows? Anybody wants to describe Govardhan Leela in one sentence? That's all. What is happening? Okay, I'm receiving answers in the chat. Yes, yes, good. I received a lot of answers in the chat. So Krishna is lifting Govardhan Hill with his little finger. Who can lift? Who can do that? Can we lift a Govardhan Hill in little finger? Never. That's why he's called Purushottama. He's the best person. We are all persons, but he's the best because we cannot lift in little finger and all. Right? And the entire Vrindavan, all people, even animals, cows, everybody went under the hill for the shelter. Right? When it was raining, Indra had a fight with Krishna. Then Indra realized, okay, Krishna is God. Okay, so Krishna is God. So Krishna is so great. Okay, uh, that's why he's called Purushottama. So whoever knows me as Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting, see, this is what Krishna is saying. Don't doubt Krishna. Krishna is the Lord. He's the Supreme Lord. Even Vishnu comes after Krishna only. Okay, so without doubt, whoever knows me as Supreme Personality of Godhead knows everything in this world. That means Krishna gives them all the knowledge in the world. Okay, and also such people can engage in full devotional service and go back to him. Okay, Krishna is promising we can all go back to Krishna if we know him as the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, so this is the secret, most confidential part of Vedic scriptures. Okay, and whoever understands this will become wise. Okay, and all they do is devotional service. All their endeavors will know perfection. That means all they do become devotional service. Okay, whatever they do become devotional service, because all such people are pure devotees of the Lord. Okay, so even if you want to become pure devotee of the Lord, what you should do? Previous slide, right? Knowing Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, undoubtingly, without doubt. Okay, and if you understand that, you will automatically start chanting, because Krishna is great, right? When Krishna is great, you will definitely do what Krishna is asking you to do. What is he asking you to do? Yagnyanam japa yajñasmi. So in Kali Yuga, sit and chant. That is what Krishna is asking us to do. Okay? And it is given in the Shastras, right? It is given in the scriptures. Krishna is telling this is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures. Right? And Prabhupada says, what does Prabhupada say? Never doubt Shastras. We all might go wrong. Shastras can never ever go wrong. And if Shastras is telling God is great, never doubt God also. Okay, I already told you, right? Scientists, for example, they are all humans like us, right? They can also go wrong. They have gone wrong. First of all, they told Earth is flat, Earth is rectangle, and all. Then finally they understood, okay, no, Earth is round, right? And then they came up with this creation theories, right? Big Bang theory. Blast happened, Earth got created. No, blast cannot create anything. If that was the case, we could have done some blasts and then created things. Why are we so scared of atom bombs and all that? Because blast happens, it destroys everything, right? So in Shastras, it is given clearly how creation happened, who created what, how is Earth, how is Sun. So Sun is not stationary. Sun is the one that rotates around all the planets. It's given in the Shastras. Okay, but what is our modern science saying? Earth, sun is in the middle, all the planets rotate, revolve around the sun. Now, going forward, scientists will come up with different theories, and then they will say, okay, all this was wrong. Sun is rotating around the planets. So they will take time. Okay, so never doubt the Shastras. Shastras, all the truth is given. If you want any knowledge, go to the Shastra. Okay, now Krishna, if you become pure devotee, what is the advantage? Krishna holds us in Krishna's hands and takes care of us, like how you take care of money, jewelry, and all at home, like that Krishna takes care of us. Okay, Krishna will himself come and protect us all the time. For that, we have to devote ourselves to Krishna. Okay, so one can purify our mind by chanting. It all happens with chanting. See, like you see in the picture, when you go to a gold smith's place, okay, what does the goldsmith do? Takes whatever gold you give, to test the purity of the gold, the goldsmith heats the gold, right? Then gold melts, and then he will see what are all the metals mixed with the gold, and then he checks the purity of the gold, right? So the gold has to be put in the fire. Then only the gold's purity will be revealed to the goldsmith, right? Same thing here also. We have to undergo rigorous chanting process to purify our mind. Our mind has so many impurities. So from so many janmas we are here in the material world, right? We didn't even know we have to chant unless we attended Bhagavad Gita. We didn't know chanting is the easiest process, right? So we all our mind had was all bad things only, everything apart from Krishna, right? So we have to purify our mind properly. For that we have to chant so much. Chanting once in a day, and then chanting for 1 day 1 week will not help. You have to continuously chant for janmas. Okay, then you can go back to Krishna easily, and you have to start now. If you start now, what happens in this janma? If you finish 16 rounds, if you reach 16 rounds, then you can go back to Krishna, right? Okay, fine. If you cannot chant 16 rounds now, start with one round. Okay, then Krishna will help automatically. Okay, and only if we chant we can purify ourselves, and only if we purify ourselves we can go back to Krishna, right? So that's what Prabhupada says, chant and be happy, right? If you chant, you can be happy, and we can all live happily, right? So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I'll unmute all of you. Just chant Hare Krishna once. Okay. Mm, yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Okay. Thank you. And yeah. We can stop the recording.